Hi everyone, welcome to this session. Today we are going to discuss some important news that is relevant as far as your competitive examinations are concerned. As you know that Israel and Palestine are full on. It can safely be said that there is a war going on. You should know the history, you should know about what led to this and how long this thing has been going on and why this triggered out of a sudden. I'll make a separate video about the history of it and the various aspects of it and how it can impact India and the world at large. So we'll talk about that separately. In general, let's cover the important news of October 11. The first news is coming regarding the electoral bonds. You must be aware of electoral bonds. That is, if you want to fund, if you want to donate some money to a political party, you can do that. The State Bank of India issues these electoral bonds that you can buy. It comes in the denominations of 1,000, 1 lakh, 1 crore, and you can give that anonymously to a political party. So, is this valid? Is this is it constitutionally valid or legally valid? So the Supreme Court is going to discuss that. Supreme Court is going to take this up. So the Supreme Court has said that for hearing a slew of petition that is challenging the electoral bond scheme, the Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud said that we are here to decide the case. We will decide the case. He was responding to the submissions by Advocate Prashant Bhushan for petitioner NGO Association for Democratic Reform that the legality of the scheme should be decided by the Supreme Court before this election, before the 2024 Lok Sabha election. Now this timeline, when we are keeping this Lok Sabha election timeline in mind, the court agreed to the petitioners, urging to focus primarily on two issues regarding the electoral bonds, that is the legalization of anonymous donations to political parties and violations of citizens' right to information about the funding of political parties. These are the two issues that will be taken up as far as overall legality of this concept, this scheme is concerned. So these two issues concern a violation of Articles 19, Article 14, Article 21 of the Constitution of India. When given a choice by the court during the hearing, Mr. Bhushan said he would go ahead with the hearing on these two substantial issues rather than await a 7-judge bench on the judgment on the legal question as to when a bill could be designated a money bill. Now, as far as this aspect is concerned, D.Y. Chandrachud also said that if there is a tax deduction availed by the donor, then the electoral bond scheme may be a money bill. However, he did not say anything. He is saying that this is only a discussion, so that will come out after the decision comes. Arundhati Roy is in trouble because Delhi Lieutenant Governor has sanctioned Arundhati Roy's prosecution in 2010 case. Arundhati Roy, as you know, a very famous author, Booker Prize winning author. She wrote this book, The God of Small Things, and a few other really amazing books. But there was this a conference was held in 2010 by the Committee for Release of Political Prisoners and under the banner Azadi, the Only Way. And a complaint was filed against various participants who participated in that conference, and allegedly they delivered very provocative speeches, more particularly regarding separation of Kashmir from India. So the case was registered on the directions of the Metropolitan Magistrate of New Delhi. Then Delhi LG V.K. Saxena has granted sanction to prosecute Arundhati Roy and Professor Sheikh Shaukat Hussain in this matter. So according to Raj Niwas sources, the FIR in the case was registered in 2010, and so several sections are involved actually. The prosecution section has not granted under IPC section 124A. As you know that sedition is section 124A, but since the fact that the Supreme Court in another case has directed that all pending trials, appeals and proceedings with respect to section 124A will be kept in abeyance. So that is not being used. However, she is also registered under section 13 of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act UAPA 1967 and several other sections of IPC. High Court seeks report on voyeurism incident at IIT Delhi in 2 weeks. You should know the meaning of the word voyeurism, is the kind of sexual offense where you secretly film someone, or say for example you make a MMS, you make a, like someone is in their private moments in washroom or having sex with partner and you record that. So these kind of activities come under the category of voyeurism. This is a crime under Indian Penal Code. So the Delhi police is asked to file a status report in the case where a 20-year-old contractual sweeper was arrested for secretly filming nearly 10 girl students while they were changing inside a washroom at IIT Delhi. So this is the case. So court has asked the police to protect the victim's identity and prevent dissemination of the videos that is shot by the suspect. This NewsClick founder case is again every day a new development is happening here. Now they have been sent to judicial custody for 10 days. So Prabir Purkayast is the name of the NewsClick founder, and his HR head Amit Chakrabarti. They have been sent to judicial custody for 10 days in the UAPA case that is registered against them. They are of course journalists, and so appearing for him, the advocate Arshdeep Khurana has submitted that they faced no allegation with reference to explosive substances or the murder of a public functionary, and that they are only journalists and reporting could not become an offense. He said that journalism could not be punished for criticizing the government in power. That's the stand they are taking. Center is setting up a protocol to help malnourished children. So the center has launched a standardized national protocol to identify and provide extensive care to malnourished children in the country. That includes fresh initiatives like appetite testing and buddy mother concept. Now, the protocol for management of malnutrition in children, this was launched by Union Minister for Women and Child Development, Smriti Irani, in New Delhi. It has detailed 10-step guidelines for how to identify and manage the malnourished children at the Anganwadi level, including decision making for referral, nutritional management, and follow-up care of after intervention. In South Africa, an 8-foot tall statue of Mahatma Gandhi has been unveiled at Tolstoy Farm. This is the same commune that he started during his tenure as a lawyer here in South Africa in the early 20th century. So this clay statue was unveiled by High Commissioner of India Prabhat Kumar. 6.3% is the GDP growth forecast for India in the financial year 2024. So the IMF, International Monetary Fund, has raised India's GDP projection marginally by 0.2% from July's estimate of 6.1%, even as it lags the global growth forecast to 3% for financial year 24. Tax collection is up by 21.8% to 9.57 lakh crore rupees. So India's net direct tax collection, it grew 21.8% and surpassing over half of the budget estimates for this year, with personal income tax revenues rising 32.5% and corporate taxes increasing 12.4%. Tata Motors is on track to sell 1 lakh EVs, electric cars, in financial year 24. So is on track to sell about 1 lakh electric passenger cars in the current fiscal year, said the head marketing, sales and services strategy, Vivek Srivastav. So Tata Motors has already sold 36,500 electric passenger cars in April-September period against 50,443 units in last year, that is financial year 23. State-owned non-banking financial corporations are put under PCA norms. PCA is prompt corrective action. So the RBI has said that the strict supervisory norms under PCA framework will apply to the state-owned non-banking financial companies from this month onwards, that is from October 2024 onwards, that is from next year onwards. 705 crore income tax collected under the TDS from online gaming and cryptocurrency. So that itself is a huge figure. About 600 crore in taxes was collected after the new online gaming regime kicked in. Parallelly, 105 crore was mopped up from the taxes on cryptocurrency trade. 3,000 crore funds approved by Assam for economic corridor project. So the Assam cabinet has approved the funds for 1,000-kilometer long economic corridor project, as said by Tourism Minister Jayant Malla Barua. 2,419 crore rupees is the investment by the telecom companies under the PLI, that is the Production Linked Incentive Scheme. So that has now crossed the halfway mark. I told you yesterday that this Claudia Goldwyn has won this Nobel Prize in Economics for her contribution to her research in what is regarding women employment, and over the years how it has changed, it has affected. So her claim has been that there is inconsistency in women's participation in the labor market, and how to expect the future careers play, how do future careers play a role in a women's employment rate. Then also she looked into the introduction of the birth control pill, how that changed the trajectory of women's career. So there is a full article about her research in the Hindu. Have a look at this article, it's really interesting. We will get to know about so many factors come into play as far as participation of women in the workforce is concerned. Ambani is the richest man in India, surpassing Adani. So Mukesh Ambani has raced ahead of Gautam Adani to become the richest Indian on the list of wealthiest people in the country. So he's 66-year-old chairman of the diversified Reliance Industries. He saw his wealth grow by a marginal 2% to 8.08 lakh crore, while Adani's fortune plummeted by 57% to 4.74 lakh crore as per the 361 Wealth Hurun India Rich List 2023. Reserve Bank of India has told that Bank of Baroda to suspend the onboarding of clients on its app. So this action is based on certain material supervisory concerns that has been observed in the manner of onboarding of their customers onto their mobile app. So they have asked to suspend it for now. Israel-Palestine, again Israel has Israel retakes Gaza, and there have been death toll of around more than 3,000 people. So Israel has said that it has recaptured the Gaza border areas from the Hamas militants, and the war's death toll has passed 3,000, the fourth day of fierce fighting since the Islamists launched a surprise attack. Now, Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu, he has warned Israel's military campaign was only the start of a sustained war to destroy Hamas and change the Middle East. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also spoke to Netanyahu. He said that India unequivocally condemns terrorism in all its forms and manifestations, and he said that soon after he held a telephone conversation with Israeli Prime Minister. I thank you, Prime Minister Netanyahu, for his phone call and providing an update on the ongoing situation. That's what he tweeted on X. This 21-year-old girl, Shreya Dharmarajan, has won the British High Commissioner for a Day competition. So she's from Chennai. She got the chance to live a day in the shoes of a diplomat after winning a competition of the British High Commission. So with a peek into the UK-India partnership in action and a behind-the-scene look at the life as a British High Commissioner, Shreya, she is a Teach for India fellow. She experienced that and shared her experience. As per this survey, as per a study in Lancet Neurology journal, 10 million people could die due to stroke by 2050. So this number is increasing by 50%, rising from 6.6 million in 2020 to 9.7 million in 2050. We have Gaganyaan, which is India's first manned mission to space. So the first jet flight of Gaganyaan mission is scheduled on 21st October. So this exercise is intended to test the crew module. It involves the launching the unit to outer space, bringing it back to Earth and recovering it after the touchdown in the Bay of Bengal. So after the success of Chandrayaan and so many other back-to-back successes of ISRO, it remains to be seen how they successfully execute this. Goa Chief Minister has inaugurated torch relay for National Games. So Pramod Sawant, who is the Chief Minister of Goa, he has inaugurated the torch relay for the 37th National Games in a grand ceremony which was held at Goa Legislature Secretariat. We have Satvik and Chirag. They are number 1 now. So this Satvik Sairaj and Chirag Shetty, they became the first Indian doubles pair to achieve the coveted world number 1 ranking following its gold medal winning feat at the Asian Games recently. Alright, so that's pretty much for sports. That's all for today. Thank you so much. I'll discuss the Israel-Palestine conflict in detail in upcoming video, an exclusive video for that. And keep preparing, keep yourself aware of what is happening in and around national, international events, economic events. See you in the next video, next session, next class. Till then, have a good day. Goodbye.